डेवलपर चैनल में। आज मैं आपको ASP.NET कोर के पूरे स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में बताऊंगा। सारे फोल्डर्स क्या काम करते हैं, क्या स्टोर करते हैं, कैसे स्टोर करते हैं, A to Z इसकी इन्फॉर्मेशन दूंगा आपको। ओके, कि अब अगर आप MVC स्टार्ट करें तो आपको हर एक फोल्डर के बारे में पता हो। ओके, नाउ पहले देखते हैं ASP.NET कोर MVC होता क्या है। ASP.NET Core MVC is a web framework that organizes code into 3 layers: model, view, and controller, making application clean, maintainable, and scalable. Okay, MVC stands for Model, View, Controller. Model is basically for data and business logic, and view is for UI and front-end part. Controller is for handle request and responses, means communication between your model and database to represent the data in form of views. Okay, now first we discuss about the controller folder. Like you are seeing this now, this is controller folder. Like I created an employee controller and home controller. Okay, that is controller where we write the communication request, handle request, response. That logics are written in the controller part. Okay, now you can see this. Controller handles incoming HTTP request, process user actions, call model services, and return views or JSON data. Like user basically send the request, but first request passed to the middleware. After that, controller handle that request and choose the particular method to get the data from the database model. Okay, now that you can see that call models and services like that. Okay, and return the views. It's some there are some responsibility for control folder, like receiving HTTP request, process request, send responses in form of views, contain view and model. It can be return the data in form of view or JSON. It depends on the user what he want. Okay, now there is an example of controller. Public class home controller, it must be inherited from controller base class. In MVC it's only controller. In a web API it controller base. Okay, now there is a method public IXN result index, it going to return the view. Okay, you can also return JSON data also. Okay, that part is controller folder. Now move to next folder, model folder. What is use of model folder? Model folder basically used to store the business logic, data structures, database tables, and it is part of the where data is going to store in your database at the way of your storing data, validate data, and enforce business rules with the help of model folder. You can see that storing data, validate data, and enforce business rules. There is an example of model, like creating a public class student. Student is a model and it acts as a model in MVC and acts as a table in your database. Okay, now there is a two fields, two property, ID and name. That part is act as a column in your database. Okay, data is going to store in it, ID and name. Okay, that is part of model. Now move to next folder, view folder. View folder is basically represent your front end part, means UI logic. What is going to represent to you in front of user as a browser web template like this. View contain UI code shown to users using HTML, CSS, Razor syntax, and JavaScript. You also you can write also C# in your HTML code. That validate the language logic. You can see that its responsibility like displaying data, user interface, forms and table handling. That all part is going to happen in the view folder. And there is an example like welcome at the rate model name, that is directly we use at the rate C# code to get the data from the model directly, and we use at the rate model student view model, means we directly doing there is part of strongly type binding, means we directly bind the this HTML page to the view model, student view model, means data is going to directly fetch from the view model. Okay, as a model dot name. Now move to next part was .root folder. There is a .root folder. It includes the CSS, JS file, lib, in under the lib like bootstrap, jQuery, jQuery validation, and Bustiff. That part is also stored in the .root. means it stores the static files. Anything inside .root is publicly accessible, means CSS files, JavaScript files, images, bootstrap JavaScript. Okay, now like that I shown you in this part. CSS.css, JS site.js, that part is stored in the .root. Like also you can see that like model where that is model. I defined an employee model. Okay, there is employee model, and in views, employees can the like 4 views, there are present in 4 views. In home there are present only 2 views, that is views. Okay, now move to next part. Next part is our view model. View model basically sub part of the model. When you don't want to use the model directly in your controller to post to fetch your data, you can use view model to put security in it. Okay, if you want to show only 2 fields from your model, but your model contain 5 fields, you use view model to prefer that part. Okay, like used to transfer data between controller to view, send only required data instead of full model. मीन्स आप सिर्फ वो रिक्वायर डाटा को मीन्स भेज रहे हैं और पोस्ट कर रहे हैं जो आपको चाहिए. ओके, जैसे यूआई में एक फॉर्म है, वहाँ पे 3 फील्ड्स जो हैं फील्ड रिक्वायर्ड है, लेकिन आपके मॉडल में 6 फील्ड्स हैं, तो आपको सिर्फ 3 फील्ड चाहिए. तो आप व्यू मॉडल क्रिएट करेंगे, उसके अंदर आप 3 फील्ड क्रिएट करेंगे और डायरेक्टली वहाँ पे डाटा पास करेंगे और वो डायरेक्टली हमारे मॉडल से बाइंड होगा. Okay, that part is view model. Transfer a specific field to views, prevent overposting, combine multiple needs. Overposting means that like you have a table in your browser or it contain only 3 fields, but it directly bind with your model, but model contain 5 fields. That where part the third party is going to put input your other 2 fields also. That is called overposting. Okay, like this public class login view model, we create a normal properties in it to set the different models. Okay, if we create a normal model in a model folder and use it, this is called as default model. Okay, and if we create a view model in it, view model is this part. Okay, view model separate the logic. Now move to service folder. Service folder contain business logic to keep controller clean. Like you want to create a repository pattern, means you want to create an abstraction layer between your controller and your database. Like you don't want to fetch your data directly to the controller. That way you use a abstraction layer between your controller and database. Okay, like you contain business logic to keep controller clean. You want to clean your controller, only write your specific communication logic in your controller. That way we use service folder to write the abstraction layer between your business logic and data logic. Email sending, payment logic, authentication logic, API calling, like that. Okay, we use repository pattern basically, but in this video I create a repository different folder, like employee repository and iEmployee repository. Means I do not pass the data directly to the controller from the data folder db context, but I use the repository to pass the data from repository to controller. Okay, now it's a different repository pattern. Handle all database operations, means all the business logic, all the data logic are going to written in the repository pattern, not in the directly the controller to fetch data directly from the database. Okay, now it also include insert, update, delete, record, fetch data from db, abstract database calls. We write it by creating a student repository pattern and student repository pattern. Interface is going to write your classless bodies methods and that are going to implement in the student repository. Now what is data folder? Data folder contain the entity framework logic, means your way to connect your database to the MVC project. We use data folder to write the db context file. Okay, db context file basically connect your database to the MVC to fetch the data from your database. Okay, to connect your table to the specific db set student, like that. Okay, database connections, entity framework configuration, define DB set to tables. That DB set is basically connect to the directly to your table that are present in your database tables. Okay, what is migration? When you connect your database by using connection string to your MVC project, you use migration. Migration part is connect your database to your MVC, and like it create automatically your database tables. If you use your code first approach, your database first approach, you must use the migration folder to store database migration files created by EF course. Create database tables. If you use code first approach and after that you use migration, it basically see the MVC structures and create your database tables, update database schemas in your database, track schema changes. Okay, after that you use update database, means if you post, get, put any changes you done in your MVC project, update database basically refresh, sync your database to your MVC project. Okay, now interface folder.